प्रणमोच्यते प्रणमामि प्रातःकाल संध्याकाल उषःकाल उदयकाल प्रणमोच्यते उदयकाल उषःकाल संध्याकाल प्रातःकाल मानसान्तर भावये तत् प्रणमामि प्रातःकाल संध्याकाल उषःकाल उदयकाल मानसान्तर भावये मानसान्तर भावये तत् प्रणमोच्यते This is the way we should greet in the morning. It means Pratakala Pararataha Prata. I am teaching a lot of Sanskrit these days. So, ending para, rata, ending the night, ending the darkness. Because when you rest, Sushuptavastha, Swapnavastha means non-REM sleep, REM sleep, when you rest. The mind is believed to be resting. It doesn't go beyond this universe. And when we rest, Atma, devoid of, whenever it is free from sense dose, whenever your Atma, your soul, is free from your intellect, your mind, your intellect, and from your ego, when it is cut off, that's we call sleep. Where it goes? When you meditate, when you cut them off, where it goes? It goes to conscious state. It goes to field of dark energy. It goes to the field of dark matter. So also, dark matter, dark energy. That's why night is referred as a dark. I said Pratakala. Prata means that many meaning state, Parataha. going beyond. Aha, ending our ego. Oh my God, I am leaving the dark matter and again I am born new in the morning. And so my job is to end this darkness, travel through the darkness to experience singularity. Parataha. Prataha, parataha. You can divide. Sanskrit is magic. So rataha, ending the night, end of the night, darkness. That's what I am explaining. So night, what is night? I explained. Why it is called dark night? So because that is where entire circadian rhythm means. So every bird, almost except those are programmed to live in the night, like bats, etc. Otherwise, majority of the species you see, so they are all going to nurture this planet, to nurture this consciousness. Otherwise, this consciousness also needs rest. The program, a bird, an animal, a tree, everything, its chemistry changes as sun sets. That is how we respect. If we don't respect, and not only the environment outside affects, it also affects us, whether you call circadian rhythm or anything. You should understand, it is not you sleeping. Like your brain is programmed to filter and your brain is programmed to cut off from the sense dose, your mind automatically, it is automatic software. At the end of the day, in the night, unless you played a havoc with your mind, tensions, anxiety, and abuse of the mind, you won't sleep. A healthy person means what? In a single word, who sleeps very well. Before the moment your head touches the pillow, in the next moment, you are asleep. If my body is tired, say morning to evening, many times, and my missus, my wife tells, how quick you cut off. I just, in few seconds my mind goes. Cut off. Your mind is not getting cut off, means not getting cut off from the sense dose, mind, intellect, egos. You are not sleeping. Oh my God, I am not getting sleep. Oh my God, I am not getting sleep. Why? Because we have messed it. The entire universe, a bird is not messing up. And so a animal is not messing up, a bacteria is not messing up. No species is messing up, but we mess with the program. The same program of the bird is operating in you. The same program in you is operating the bird. What is operating common in everywhere is the same thing. The rest is not for you. Sleep is not for you. Sleep is for the universe. Sleep is for the planet Earth. A zone of the planet has to go through the cycle of sleep. If it doesn't go, the environmental disturbances is there. And we are talking about eco imbalance. First of all, the eco imbalance is caused by us. There are the time zones. Earth is moving around it. The species evolved according to its revolution and according to its day and night. So in some areas on this planet, night is long, day is long. If we don't respect, and where the day is long, where night is long, and their extreme, so temperaments will be extreme, behaviors will be extreme. Behaviors are very extreme. So where tropical zone exactly you have only with 1 or 2 hours time difference, so near to the, so the dividing line of the planet, divider line. And when you live equator, you call, along the equator, you see your fluctuations of the time are less. Your day and night from summer to winter, the disturbance is very less. So these people, wherever it is, they observe. And these play, whether you take Amazon, whether you take Africa, whether you take India, whatever it is, the most primitive civilizations, the most advanced spiritual traditions, whether you go to Machu Picchu, whether you go to Machu Picchu in Himalayas, whether you go to Machu Picchu in the entire terrain of Amazon, entire terrain of the Brazil, entire terrain of Argentina, and entire this range just resembles the 7,000 kilometers of Himalayan range. Fascinating the way it is the West Himalayas, the East Himalayas are here, Central Himalayas are here. So let us understand, the same name, Machu Picchu, is the name in Nepal. So, and the same Machu Picchu is in there. Machu means what? Fish. And fish tail. It's very famous from Pokhara in Nepal when you watch. Early morning when you get up, you see the peaks of one fine, sunshine day, you see Annapurna peak. And you see a sharp, exactly it looks like fish tail, like a big whale, Matsyavatara, it is called a fish tail. That's why no one is allowed to climb over Annapurna. No one is allowed to climb over the Machu Picchu mountain in Himalayas. No one is allowed to climb, trek onto Kailasa. I am not sure how long and the Chinese will keep this tradition, but I am afraid. But otherwise, since the time immemorial they are considered as auspicious, means there could be some structure inside, it could be a big temple constructed a long, thousands and millions of years ago, we do not know. Covered by, simply like now Kailasa is like that when they explode, so now covered by ice all around it. That's why they said, don't touch these mountains, don't climb these mountains, they cannot be used for the trekking. And with shallow understanding, and if we go into the terrain and I am trying to climb, I am trying to use it for entertainment place, a temple or a church, it could be a gigantic structures these are. And who could have made them? We never know. Now as we are trying to implore or explore, and then things are fascinating coming out. And this guy, so from America or anywhere, and that Kailasa, what he did, so when he spent almost 20 years, he says, every time he looked at Kailasa fascinated him. And then the more he went to Kailasa, the more he saw, the more he used the technology, he found actually Kailasa is like a temple, big gigantic structure it is. It has sculptures spanning 250 meters height. Amazing. So if the Kailasa story, that's why Kailasa is not permitted. It is considered as sacred by everyone in the Tibet or in India, anywhere. And so similarly, and the same belief system goes on, don't climb Annapurna, not allowed. And the fish tail not allowed to climb up means, so we should respect Nilgiris. I am not sure Nilgiri is allowed. Nilgiri is in Himalayas. The similar terrain exists elsewhere. These are the tuning towers perhaps. That's why it is said Meru Parvata, it is the center of consciousness connecting to entire, all these parallel accessing here. So, when I talk some things like this, time is consuming, but when we observe the nature, and in the night when we are supposed to sleep, understand, as a human it is a responsibility not only for me to sleep, my sleep helps every species on this planet. If I am not sleeping means I am an odd man out. And what creates the entire classroom, say entire auditorium, and rapt attention listening. Everyone is sitting. Everyone is sitting. And a speaker is speaking. And 100,000 people are there. But all are sitting, all are meditating. Now say one person gets up. Just one person gets up. Where will be the attention of the people? Now so far, the attention of the people is only on the speaker. All people's attention, I can 100% tell you, the moment one person gets up, all their attention goes there. It caused such a distortion. Such a distortion. So also when entire universe, entire planet, a part of the planet programmed to rest during that period, not only for us, for every planet, whichever is rotating, the rest period is created. Circadian rhythm is there, day is there, night is there. Whichever is rotating. So it is to balance. It is to balance the magnetic flux, balance the energies, balance the life. Everything is evolved based on that. Now, what education we have, tell me now. All the lifestyle are due to the disturbed circadian rhythm, and because metabolism has come down, there is no because people are not sleeping, and there is no mitochondria, because there is no HGH. And simply, why metabolism has come down? People are not sleeping, simple. Why blood pressure has gone up? Why sugar has gone up? Because people are not sleeping. The problem is not only for me if I don't sleep. This will affect entire universe all around us, entire planet. Designed that part should go to the sleep, it should go to the sleep. That's how the nature is designed. Even one organism is getting up, one human is getting up, and it creates such a disturbance at a subtler level. The subtler world means much more subtler it is. We are not subtler, we are so gross. That's why once you realize how your sleep affects others. Have you ever seen husband and wife sleeping on the same bed? Our partners are sleeping on the bed. Or young newly born children or 1-year-old, 2-year-old sleeping with you. Whoever sleeping on that bed, if one is not sleeping well, immediately the other person sooner or later will come to know. How he will come to know? Because his sleep is disturbed. A child is having a problem, a child is not sleeping, she has some problem. The mother definitely cannot sleep. And father, and it takes time for him to get up, because mother is connected very closely, her gene. That's why the first thing, any disturbance in the child, if the mother is really a good mother, connected mother, because these days we see the mothers completely disconnected from the children. A child means a commodity to use. It's not a love, it is not a compassion, it's not a care. It is a curse. I don't know. Many mothers, they curse their own children. What can I say? It is that also is happening. Mother is the first one. Why am I telling you? Not only in your bedroom you are not sleeping means the people sleeping in another bedroom also get disturbed. So understand. And this young software engineer, he thinks smart. Night 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, parents are sleeping in another room. And he is living in he is watching pornography. He is playing a game in the night 11 o'clock. Do you know what kind of disturbance it creates to his grandparents? And what kind of disturbance it creates to his parents? What kind of disturbance it creates if there is any young kid over there? And they go, the young adults and adolescents, they go into room, they lock. In my childhood, I never saw a locking the door or everything is open. And at one stage, even grandparents are open. Everything is open. And when only parents wanted to have sex, and that too it is secret, and they used to plan secretly, so that no one would aware. Now, and doors closed, and you do anything inside. Blatant vulgarism. Observe your forefathers, all our whether you are in the west or east. I tell you, people in old, they lived close to the nature. They have sensitivity because they know, and this kind of the sex or whatever it is, whether it is a night or day, how much it would disturb. It is a secret activity. Meditation is a secret activity. Sex is a secret activity. Why secret? What is secret? It is a sacred activity. Do you understand? It is a sacred activity. It is not animalistic. It is, as a human, we are converting into a sacred activity. There has to be so much of awareness. It should not disturb. It is sacred. When you do puja, when you do prayer, you won't allow anyone to cause, anyone to be disturbed, everyone to wear new clothes, and such a sacred activity. Any sacred activity, yoga is entirely secret. You read every shloka in old and I will be reading if you are interested, but you don't have patience. That's my problem. Every shloka, every pranayama when I chant, every kriya when I chant, every mudra, Shambhavi mudra or Bhru Majja mudra or Shakti Chalana mudra or Yoni mudra or Vajroli mudra or Kechari mudra, very powerful Kechari mudra, or when you practice. So these powerful mudras or dharanas, so all these are mentioned in the shloka. How it is a sacred secret, even not available for the gods. And when you get it from a guru, only it works. You must learn. It is a skill oriented. It is not to be read and learnt. You have to learn like this. A mantra has to be initiated, and it has to come from where it has to come. The one who experienced it. And from him only you should learn. It is a secret. People wonder why mantra is secret. Why? What is the great thing about the mantra? Why mantra is secret? Everything in yoga is a secret. Why it is secret? Because it has to be administered. It has to be protected. So nation keeps its secret. Secret is known only to the president of a president, prime minister. Many things, even president and prime minister, not know. What Pentagon has, everything not necessary American president should know. No. There is a certain code of discipline, there are certain secrets which they have to keep. Perhaps so also every intelligence agency in the world. And strategic means secret it is, which has to be guarded, which is in the interest of protection. What secrets are kept for any nation? It is to protect the interests, it is to protect. So, secret is to protect you. Mantra is to protect you. As I told you, if we don't protect it, it will cause destruction, damage. Today the mantra is damaging because the person who has to know, who has to administer it, is not administering, he is trading it. Suppose a person trading a secret of a country, what do you call espionage? You call it. A word called espionage. The punishment will be very serious. Understand? Then how come it's not applicable to yoga? It is clearly mentioned. It is a secret. Why? Who has to know? only should know, because he only knows how to use it to protect the country. If it is, that secret is given to someone, means he may use it for destruction of your own country, which is keeping it secret. A mantra is a secret, Everything in yoga, when I read shloka, and it says, Devanamapi durlabham Gurun Dayan Sampraptau. Because the kindness of Guru, and you get the sacred secret. When a student is matured enough, and a secret is taught to him. When he is matured enough, when he is qualified enough, and a secret is given, you should understand why a secret. You may be thinking, is it a privacy? Is it like this? No. It is all about a secret. So certain activities like sex, like meditation, they are to protect your progeny. It is, you are sowing a seed. Entire India, a crop, on a particular day only paddy is sown, wheat is sown, And a Brahmin, a priest will tell, today is it an auspicious day or not. For paddy, for growing paddy, every season a priest will tell him, and before a calendar begins for that year, and they calculate so and so date is an auspicious day to plough the field. And so day is auspicious for sowing the seed or sowing a plant. So day is very good day to cut the crop. So day is auspicious to cut the crop. You walk into any terrain in India or in an Asian country, I would definitely tell you it is there. Even today, people practice. If one is not practicing, means he is a commercial person and he is damaging. So for everything, there is a sacred secret which has to be protected so that the crop will be good, crop will not be affected by the insects, crop will not be affected by so many things, elements. Bad elements won't become turbulent or viral, so that crop is protected. So also, and sowing a seed, a sex is sowing a seed, an activity of union, an activity of a, whatever the way you induce, it leads to a sacred union, it is called. That's why there are the temples constructed for that. That's why it is called yoga, because it is sacred secret. Now, what are we doing? Our youth, insensitive we have become. Problem is, that's what I said, how disconnected we are with this nature. How selfish we have become. How self-centered we have become. I won't want to sleep in the night, It's my privacy. It's my liking. I will play. Damn, you do whatever you want. I won't entertain. You close your door. In every house now, doors are closed. And you will never know what that kid or that young adolescent or adult is doing inside.